going on, everybody? Dogman Dan here. We're in Warframe, and I thought about this topic for a little bit, and I wasn't sure whether I wanted to do it or not. But I'm going to do this here. And what I want to talk about is the element setups that I use. Kind of clue people in on how I do this and how I play this out. As I've kind of tried to do this type of things in the past, where every once in a while I come up with an inside of the way I think in my head. And so I kind of want to talk about elements. All right, and we're going to not talk in terms of the things that Warframes and their abilities and how they work. We're talking is in terms of elements and combinations that are on your weapons. Okay, now it's no surprise for most people that the majority of the time on my weapons I'm using corrosive and heat, corrosive and blast, or just heat, or just corrosive, that type of stuff. And firstly, the main reason for doing so is because I already run viral and radiation every time I go out. Okay, and by that I mean on my Sentinel, on my Deconstructor. For everybody that knows my Helios setup that's out there, every time that I go out, I pretty much have Helios with me. It's my favorite Sentinel. When I don't have Helios, I usually run the Jin. And if I don't have the Jin, I'm playing around with, the Cavets or the Kubros and just kind of playing around. But 99.9% of the time, I have my Helios that has the viral and radiation on it. It's get a nice status chance, always proccing. On low levels, you really don't notice it because he just automatically kills everything. But on the higher levels, or when you're doing long-term gameplay, longer runs on stuff, you start to notice how this comes in an advantage to have that with me at all times. Which is why when I'm building something, I focus. It's actually less of a focus issue for me because I can sit there in the back of my head and I know I'm going to run heat. I'm going to run heat corrosive. I'm going to run blast and corrosive. I'm just going to run blast. I'm just going to run. I only really have to focus on that. Now that's not to say that I do focus on just that. I have many weapons in here that are viral and radiation as well, because sometimes it's just something that I want to play around with. But it's kind of where I stand. It has nothing to do with DPS, maximizing, minimizing. I don't play that way. I never have. I played towards the fun of what I like doing. I mod up things the way I like it. This is the AK Stiletto here, the Axe Stiletto Prime, which I've never actually posted the videos of, but I put 2 form into it, and this is kind of how I have it set up. So by being able to knock the elements out of my way, I pretty much am able to determine everything else that I want to do. So if we have a weapon that's got, heavy physical damage, then we work on physical damage mods. I need to worry about things like mutation mods or bringing up critical or that type of stuff. I can focus on that because they don't have to worry about the elements. I know that they're going to be there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the way that I am with that. I know that it breaks tradition, and sometimes it's good to break tradition, and it keeps the game much more interesting, we'll say that. Challenging even at times, for that reason too, just because. But I encourage you to try out your own things, as always. Never have to stick with anything that one person says. Always build some way that you like to set up. And I'll continue to keep showing you my different setups and stuff, but I kind of wanted to give you guys a little clue on the way that works. For many people that don't know me, and for some people that do, always asking me why I always pretty much just run heat and corrosive. Yeah, I love heat. I love the proccing that the heat does. I love the corrosive. I also like the viral and the radiation, but like I said, I already carry that with me either on my Helios or my Jin when I run out there, so I know that I have that with me at all times. So that's one less thing I have to think about when I'm modding otherwise. Same thing here. I like impact. Most people don't like impact, but I do. It's just something to think about. Anyway, I wanted to lay out there for you guys, and yeah. And this is the Vauban phase skin. Just many people have asked me that. It's the phase skin. You can still get it on Steam. It's a couple bucks on Steam. It was out in 2013 when at the holiday season. So if you're interested, it's still out there. A couple of them are anyway. All right, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.